Hey, 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 everybody. So it's a little different. Started one, had to erase it. Now we're on with another. I'm going to give everybody, I guess, a minute or two. It's We're on YouTube. I just put a thing on Facebook to let everybody know that we are here. Yeah. And if you're
Just put
on,
a thing on
oh,
Facebook.
Dewan McIntyre, what's up? Once you get on, say something to me. What up, Dewan? What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Rhonda Oliver, good morning. Hey, once you log on, do me a favor. Talk to me. Say something to me. So I know you're there. What's up, Rhonda Oliver? Thanks for joining me here on YouTube. Thank you very, very much. Um, Once you log on, holler at me. Money, what does that mean, Dewan? Um, so this is, I'm still going to use Facebook. I'm still going to be doing lives on Facebook as well. But the thing is, hey, Rhonda, thank you. We got some tweaking we're doing. So the YouTube page is going to look like the TV show. And there are some things that we're tweaking, trying to get out of the way. Some things I've been advised to do. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it right here on YouTube. So thank y'all. Oh, money is on your mind. Good. Edith Hodges, good morning. Good morning. I'm going to put a flyer out today. Tried to get it done last night, but there was some stuff that I was missing. Telling people to join me on Coffee Time on YouTube. Uh, and I just couldn't finish it. Couldn't finish it in time. So we'll get that done as well. But in the meantime, that you're here, I have a couple of things I want to run by you. Number one, we did get picked up. We're excited about the first show getting ready to air on the Sony platform. Coffee Time is on Sony XOD. Um, you'll be able to get it from Apple TV, Roku. You'll be able to see it on XOD, PGN Network. What's funny is almost simultaneously, the same time that we released the show to Sony, one of my buddies, Edward Weston, his show Lit TV, uh, they're going to be on Apple TV, Roku as well. It's not the same thing that I have going on. His is something different, but I like his show. I was a guest on his show last week, so I'm encouraging you all to follow him. His name is Edward Weston on Facebook. It's EC West. I think it's EC Weston. He and his wife have a good show. So I'm encouraging you all to follow him. I'm gonna try to drive some people to from Facebook real quick. I don't need y'all to go nowhere. Now, I need y'all to stay on. We'll get started in a minute, I promise. But I'm gonna try and see if I can get some people on Facebook to come in over here. Um, so this is the first one. So I need you to be patient with me. There are a lot of kinks we're working out. There are a lot of things we're working through. I have my engineer here with me this morning. He's my production guy. He's the guy really responsible for the setup, the layout. Um, so we're working through some things. So I'm gonna go live on Facebook real quick. And I'm going to turn around and let you all see. Um, I'm going to let y'all see me go live, all right? Run these people over here. Now, don't you all go anywhere. You all be patient with me. Just give me about 5 minutes. I need to run this traffic over here. Hey, we are in the Coffee Time Studios. Janice, Lady Parker, we're in the Coffee Time Studios. We're live on YouTube. You can probably see that right there. We are live on YouTube right now. So if you're on Facebook Live, I need you to go to the YouTube channel. It's Terrence Pickett's Coffee Time. We're live at the Coffee Time Studios. Trying to keep this light out. Listen, it's about to be on. So I know a lot of people would meet me here as we would normally do for Coffee Time, but it's on YouTube. We're live right now. So I need you all to go to Terrence Pickett's Coffee Time at YouTube. Go over there now. Janice, go over there now. Whoever else is on, go over there now. The only reason I came on is to drive traffic there. And you can see my laptop in the back. We're already live on YouTube. Yeah, we are. My engineer is here helping me. He thought it'd be a great idea. So go to, make sure you subscribe. All right. See you there. All right. So now, who left? We had 5 people on. So again, we're working out the kinks. This is going to be an all-day process, and we'll double back. We would double back to get more people involved. But let me thank you all, first of all, for spending your morning with us. Thank you for entrusting me to do what I do. And I'm grateful and appreciative for you. So we are waiting for them to give us the launch date for Coffee Time on XOD. And PGN. PGN is also a network empowered by Sony. XOD is Sony's network. We're going to be on both. You'll be able to see it through Apple TV, Roku. There's some other streaming sites you'll be able to see it through. I'm just excited, elated, and grateful to what God has done. So this morning, we're going to talk about never give in, the push cycle. Never give in, the push cycle. So whenever you're carrying a lot, whenever you have a lot on you, whenever you're working a lot, whenever you have a lot going on, believe it or not, those things begin to put a certain amount of pressure on you. And when that pressure is on you, if you're not careful in monitoring the pressure, you will begin to crack under pressure. And the cracking a lot of times is not even noticed. Most people are cracking under pressure. Their tone change. They become snappy, edgy. You start to feel irritated, agitated, frustrated. And believe it or not, these are signs. These are external signs that something internal is falling apart. And if you're not careful in this process, you can literally deter your destiny, offset your steps, and end up taking the long route to a place that you should get to almost immediately. So we have to monitor ourselves. You really have to have a high level of sense, a high level of sense of self, a high level of self-awareness, because there are so many things that your body is telling you. And if you don't have that high sense of self-awareness, you will miss what your body is saying. And your body is sending you red flags about where your mind is. I know for a fact that whenever I'm short and I start to get agitated and frustrated, it's one of two things. I'm carrying too much, doing too much, or I'm not getting the proper rest, or my diet is off. When you eat high foods, the foods that are high in cholesterol, fried this, fried that, when you eat a lot of, believe it or not, shrimp, seafood, the iron, the cholesterol, believe it or not, that stuff raises your blood pressure. It offsets the balance of your body. When your body is offset, it does not produce everything that it should produce properly. So believe it or not, also being dehydrated. These things make you physically fatigued and you're mentally fatigued because your body is not getting what it needs. Now you're dehydrated, your diet is off. It can offset, it could be a chemical imbalance. Now that these things are happening, you're trying to think with clarity about what's going to be the next move for you. And you don't have the clarity of thought. So you start making decisions based on how you feel, because the intellectual capacity that you need to make proper and appropriate decisions, you can't make them because you haven't gotten the rest that you need, and your diet is off, your sleep is off. A part of the reasons we can't sleep is we put the wrong stuff in our body. The most important part of the day is when you go to bed at night. And here's what that means. When you go to bed at night, that is the time for you to release, relax, and reset for the next day. But if your diet is off, you toss and turn in your sleep, you get sleep, but you don't get rest. And as a result of that, it hinders your movement for tomorrow. So there are some things that you have to be deliberate and intentional about. One of the things, you need to invest in a comfortable mattress. A mattress that is conducive for your body, not a mattress that was on sale. It was on sale for $100. Well, that $100 mattress is going to make it extremely uncomfortable for you to sleep, and it offsets your spine, your body. Now your body is not in alignment, it's not in harmony. You toss and turn because you got them cheap pillows, them cheap pillowcases and sheets. There is a science to how we sleep, how we rest, and what the body needs, even while we're trying to sleep and get rest. You sleep better when you're clean. Did you not know that? Sleep better. Wash your behind at night. You got to take a shower. You sleep better when you're clean. You sleep better when you're sleeping on clean linen. So much of what we do is contingent on how much money we have. So what we do is we spend money and try to take the shortcut, or maybe we're not in a financial place. We're not in a financial place to get what we need, so we get what we can, and we never upgrade. So because we don't upgrade, right? we rob ourselves of the rest that we're supposed to have. Uh, Gia says, I need to buy one. I have to bathe. That's right. You should. Edith says, yes, one of the best investments I've made thus far. So you need to invest in your sleepwear. You need to find something that you're comfortable with sleeping in. And these are not things that we have conversations about, but these are the most important things when it comes to us getting rest. Let me tell you something else that hinders you from getting rest. You don't have enough water in your body. Depending on your age, anywhere from 50 to 75% of your body is made up of water. Well, when you don't have the proper water, your body doesn't have a chance to cleanse itself, to rid the things that are in your body that are not good for you. It doesn't have a chance to reset. So while you sleep, your body is working and it's pulling because it needs that water. It doesn't get that water, so that adds to the tension, to the stress that you have when it comes to you getting sleep. So all of these things work together in harmony, and now you're not rested. You're not well. You're not well. You're not rested. So now, when it comes to the emotional aspects of having you're up under pressure, your diet is off, you don't have enough water, you've not invested in the proper sleep attire, the proper bed. So now you're up under all this stress and you feel like giving up. How your body feels will determine your emotional state. I'm going to say it again. How your body is, how your body feels will determine your emotional state. When your body is feeling good, you're in a healthy place emotionally. You're happy, you're smiling. Why? Because you feel good. But when you wake up in the morning and your attitude is, all right, I'm not with this today. Try your mama, don't try me. When you wake up with that attitude, it's because your body is off. What we call mood swings are literally generated from where the body is centered. It's impossible to feel good and have a bad attitude. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Rhonda Oliver, you're correct. Rhonda says you also sleep better when your space is uncluttered, having a lot of stuff around. Your space is not organized. Believe it or not, those things hinder you from getting the proper rest and sleep that you need. So what happens now, you become overwhelmed because you don't have the proper sleep attire, the proper mattress, you're tired, you're dehydrated, your diet is off, and emotionally, now you become a wreck. You do. You want to give up, you want to shoot somebody, you're mad, you want to fight, you're screaming at the kids, kicking the dog, making fun of the goldfish, and that's all because of how your body feels. Again, your emotions push or are push, or your emotion stands on the hinges of how your body feels. If you feel good, you're not going to have a bad attitude. Matter of fact, when you feel good and somebody tries you, you're in a better headspace to deal with them in their mess. But when you done fought all night long, you've gotten sleep, but you didn't get rest, you wake up and you don't feel good, and somebody does the wrong thing, say the wrong thing, or cross you, they're going to get all of what you feel. And even if you don't say it, you'll give them that look. This stuff, believe it or not, pushes us into making decisions about things that we have been placed on the earth to do. So now you want to give up on the relationship, you want to give up on the marriage, you want to give up on the job, you want to give up on the friendship, you want to give up on your surroundings, you want to give up where you are, and the only reason you're thinking about getting up or giving up, you're getting up to give up, is because your body is off kilter. and it's affecting your mood and your emotions. So I've labeled, y'all know I come up with my own stuff. I've labeled health, rest, and spiritual vitality. I've labeled all those things together the push cycle. And I'm going to be talking more and more about that. The push cycle. Number one, if you're taking notes, first thing that you need to do, and because God speaks to your spirit, right? God doesn't entangle with your flesh. He speaks to your spirit. Whatever he tells you, the soul has to process. So the soul grabs the message from the spirit, transfer it to the mind. Your mind, by the time your mind gets it, if your soul is agitated, there's a possibility you can miss a part of what he said. Your mind cannot handle spiritual things, so you have to make sure that your soul is open and clean so that it can receive that spiritual word, so that your mind doesn't misinterpret it. For instance, the faith to carry the word automatically comes when God gives it to you. But you have to move instantly with what he said so you don't lose it. You need to write it down, make a note of it, and start to make immediate changes. A word doesn't come to you like this, for instance, about diet, getting rest, if there is not something somewhere that's either going to be attacked, under attack, or headed towards an attack. So you have to start a journal and write it down, just in case you're in a position now where you're good, but you don't know what's going to happen next week. Now you're searching, trying to find what you need to do, but the instructions have already come. But because you did not record it, you're not in a place where you're going to be able to regurgitate it. And then if you don't write it down and you try and regurgitate it, there are a lot of things that you're going to miss. So you got to write it down. All of this is the push cycle. These are the things that are going to help you when you feel like giving up, when you feel like giving somebody the work. These are the things that are going to help you sustain yourself and have clarity of thought as it relates to what you need to do next. So, the first thing you need to do, make sure, and you may have to do this in increments, invest in a quality mattress. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. The amount of ounces of water that you're supposed to drink are supposed to be in harmony with your body weight. I weigh 100 pounds, so I'm supposed to drink 100 ounces of water. Trina Salisbury, thanks for joining us over here. Whatever your weight is, that's the amount of ounces of water you need every day. Drinking the proper amount of water will flush your system out and rid yourself of toxins, the wrong bacteria, and things that the body needs to cleanse itself and restore the cells and make sure the nutrients that are in your body are floating correctly to the places where they need to go. It'll help you remove stuff that's not supposed to be there. Water cleanses the body. All right? Invest in a quality mattress. Drink water. Monitor your diet. Only really you know what you should and what you should not eat. You know, I used to eat pork. I haven't had pork now in about 26 years, maybe a little longer. I used to love bacon. I used to love ribs. But I was also sluggish, moody. Oh, you drink half of your body weight. That's right. Thanks, Chanel. That's why I depend on you. That's why you're here. You drink half of your body weight. But I used to eat ribs, bacon. I used to love pork chops. And I couldn't figure out, though, my body, I'd be so sluggish. I didn't feel good. I was working it. I mean, my body would not produce the energy that I needed to get through the day. And one day I was in Famous Amos with a buddy of mine. His name is Willie Tucker Jr. or the second. He and I was talking, and Willie Tucker was telling me that he had went on a fast. It was a no meat fast. It was all vegetables, like almost similar to the Daniel fast. And he was just talking, and I said, you know, I need to try that. And I did. I went on that fast, all vegetables. And man, let me tell you, I felt brand new. I went on the fast. Initially, I was going to do 30 days, no meats, right? And I thought it was going to be hard. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was. 30 days turned into 60 days. I extended it. 60 days turned into 90. 90 days turned into 120 days. So now I'm 4 months in on this diet, on this fast, and I feel good. When I tell you I felt young again, I felt 16 again. I felt awesome. My mood swings went away. My skin began to look better. Felt good. And I decided to end the fast. And when I ended the fast, I went to eat a piece of beef. And it smelled disgusting. It smelled, oh my God. I got nauseated just smelling it. So I couldn't eat it because it didn't smell right. I went to eat a rib. It didn't smell right. So I gave up meats. And for the next 23 years, I didn't do no meats. Then I started to incorporate chicken. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Oh, I know why I did it. I was a thin guy, and I needed that protein. So I incorporated chicken in my diet. Then I would just eat chicken and turkey. And then I started seafood because I'm not a big seafood eater. That's just not my thing. But I love fish. So I would eat chicken, fish, turkey. And then after 23 years, I started eating small amounts of beef and bison, trying to bulk up at the time I was working out. And then I started eating more of that. But I still wouldn't go back to that pork because pork is the reason I was feeling so sluggish. So you've got to get to know your body so you can know what's affecting you and what's causing you to be what you are, the way you are. Your mood is contingent on your diet. So all of this is a part of the push cycle. You know, you can get a word from God and not feel good about it because your diet is off. Straight up. So you need to see about your body. Okay? You need to see about your body. If you feel good, you'll do more. And you'll have a better attitude. Now, when I got on CMOS, I'm doing a whole live today on CMOS and spiritual vitality, health. I'm doing another live today, and I'm going to talk about how it affects our daily living. There are a lot of people married that are having men are having dysfunction with their organs. It ain't working. Well, God didn't give you that for it to stop working. You know what I mean? So, but there's some things that you have to do. And all of it, the basis, the foundation, the substratum of all of this is diet. You wanting to give up is a sign, unless there's a chemical imbalance, that there's something off in your diet. Most times it's not as spiritual as we think it is. We put it in the spiritual category because we don't know where it comes from. But I can guarantee you it's something you're eating. Guarantee you. When you feel good, you'll fight the good fight of faith. The reason it's a struggle for you to believe, it's a struggle for you to have hope. You don't feel good. And I've not heard people bring the physicality and the spiritual together as it relates to principle and diet. I've not heard it, but it was something that I experienced firsthand. A lot of times when you feel heavy eating all that heavy food, soul food, overindulging in things that your body is not in harmony with, that's when you open up the door for all this anxiety, depression. I did a show on the Lit TV show with Edward Weston. I did a show and he talked about FAD. It was fear, anxiety, and depression. And I was his guest. And I put the show, it's on YouTube, but I put the show on Facebook too. And I started to define fear, anxiety, and depression. How we get there, more often than not, believe it or not, it's principle that we're fighting. It is spiritual. But how we approach the spiritual is we have to go through the natural. So if the physicality is off, then our position for the spirit is going to be off as well. You feel better about your faith, and your faith literally, you feel better about it, and that faith seemingly increases because you feel good. You feel like there's nothing that you can't do. You're going to trust God. You're going to feel good about it. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. You've got to be careful with what you eat and how your body responds to what you're eating. Now, I want to pause here. Do you all have any questions? I want to pause here, take some questions. Everything that you do is contingent on your diet. Your position, as Christians would say, in the spirit, it's contingent on how you feel. You won't get up and pray if you don't feel good. The battle in your mind, unless you're a well-disciplined person, the battle in your mind to do some of the things you know you need to do, you're not going to do it because of how you feel. And most time we can't develop the discipline to do the things we need to do because we don't feel like doing it, because your body is not getting what it needs to perform and to make the proper decisions. So drink half the weight of your body. In other words, if you weigh 100 pounds, you need to drink 50 ounces. All right. Monitor your diet. Listen, starches are not good for you. Starches turn into sugar. When it breaks down, it turns into sugar. A tablespoon of sugar shuts the immune system down for 15 minutes. Well, if your immune system is shut down, your body is open for sickness and disease. Your defense mechanisms are down. So you want to stay away from foods high in sugar. I'm not saying you can't indulge sometimes. I'm saying it should not be a habit. If it's habitual in your life, it's going to offset how you feel, And if your feelings are off, your hearing is off, and you being able to see, think with clarity, that's going to be off as well. So these are the things that you need to know. And this is called the push cycle. This is going to help you push through. This is going to help you get through. Um, you not wanting to be held, you not wanting to be bothered. Some of that is you need emotional healing, but a lot of that is you're not doing the right thing by your body. You know, the older I get, and I want to say this for another time, maybe later today or even tomorrow, because I'm going to bring some people on to help talk about it. I stay occupied because my sex drive has increased. You know, I was told at a certain age, you know, testosterone levels would lower and you become impotent. That's not my testimony. Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna get married soon. I am. I'm gonna get married soon because I feel like a teenager again. Now I'm sharing that because that is a part of your physical health. I don't know why we think sex is wrong. Now the timing, there's a timing. You know, you're supposed to get it in. You shouldn't be sharing your jewels with the community. You shouldn't. You shouldn't share it with the community. That's intimate. It's special. It will affect your mental health. This is why you have to be careful of your body count. This is why you should try as much as you can to save yourself for the one you're going to marry, because it opens you up to so many other things. Um, so your thought life is regulated by how you feel. Your sex life is regulated by how you feel. Your ability to do things that are right is regulated by how all these things go off how you feel. So if you're not feeling right, guess what? It's probably because you're not eating right. You're not indulging in the right things. So you have to give the body what it needs to produce. Even this morning, today, how you feel right now is totally contingent on what you ate last night and the night before. You see people and they're breaking out in their face. When I got on CMOS, it started to pull the toxins out of my body, and those toxins had to where I started breaking out of my face. Stuff started coming up, bumps and all kind of stuff started rising. Well, I had to drink more water to flush it out. You know, start having pains in my back. All it was that CMOS was pulling the toxins out of my body. I'm gonna talk about that more today. And I started being more happy and waking up feeling good. It's because in the CMOS that we take, A Taste of Miami, it's 1440 Dunn Avenue, Jacksonville, Florida, Suite 30. Their CMOS, they put dandelion root, sour sop, buckleberry. There are a number of things that they put in their CMOS because 92 of the minerals that the body needs out of the 102 that the body needs. Let me say that again. I messed that all up. Your body runs off 102 minerals. 92 of those minerals are found in CMOS. Okay. They found a way through their ingredients, through their chemists, to create something that gives you all 102 minerals that your body needs. So I take their CMOS and I felt the difference. The reason my immune system is so strong and I have so much energy. It's because of that sea moss. So you have to give your body what it needs for survival, or your body, it'll break down on you. All right. All right. No questions. That's coffee time for the morning. I'm going to be regulating back and forth from YouTube to Facebook, from Facebook to YouTube. My audience is stronger on Facebook. It's going to take some time to build it here. We're going to do both. I'm going to start putting out flyers telling you where you can meet me. Thank you all for joining this morning. Without your ears, I don't have a voice. You make this possible. If you don't show up, I have nobody to talk to. So we're in this together. You help make me the success that we're trying to be, and I appreciate you for that. Remember, you were born to win, predestined to succeed. There's nothing that can happen to you today that the wisdom inside of you is not able to handle. But you got to calm down, slow down, use emotional intelligence. Shh. Be quiet and let wisdom speak. When wisdom speaks, you're going to always win. Listen to me. I am so excited about the things that are getting ready to happen. I am so excited about the opportunities that are presenting itself. I'm so excited. You know, if you have a dream, and you can figure it out how it's going to work, that's a sign your dream's not big enough. The dream that I have, I don't have the budget to fulfill that dream. So I need your support. You can cash app us at Sponsor Coffee Time, and those funds are going directly to support this vision that we have. We're getting ready to launch 5 new shows. We're recording one today, and I'm excited about that. I'm glad about that. But it takes money to do it. I believe that God opened the door, gave us favor, and gave us a platform, but we've got to do the work. And in order to get the work done, there are things that we have to do on our end financially. So your financial support is appreciated. If you want to sow $1,000 a month, $500 a month, $100 a month, $45 a month, $5 a month. If you want to sow $50,000 a month, $100 million a month, whatever the dollar amount, I want you to know that I am grateful for whatever you decide to show. You can show it at the Cash App that's on the screen. And again, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Your presence and your support means everything to me. It keeps me encouraged. As long as you're here, I'm going to do my best to show up as well. You all have a great, productive day, and always remember to think higher, speak life. Peace. Go do something. Make sure you drink that water. Eat well.